This segment of Delmarva Life is brought to you by Chesapeake Eye Center.
The feeling of having something in your eye, whether there is or not, can drive you up the wall. You rub your eyes, you blink continuously, you may even try to wash it out. The thing is, something as small as a grain of sand can feel like it's the size of a pebble. Worse yet, it can actually do damage to your eye. So what do? Well, we checked in with Chesapeake Eye Center to get some answers.
A fallen eyelash, a speck of dust, a piece of a torn contact lens. Few things rival the annoyance of having something stuck in your eye.
Yeah, that's quite frustrating.
Dr. Tracy Boss of Chesapeake Eye Center says if your first instinct is to rub your eye, well, that may be the last thing you want to do.
Absolutely. So if you rub the eye, it can push in the grain of sand or the metal foreign body further into the eye.
And blinking can lead to eye damage.
So if you have anything, a particle in your eye, and if you continue to blink while it's in your eye, say that grain of sand, it will actually scrape the cornea and abrade it over and over and over again every time you blink, and that's why it's so painful.
Dr. Boss says your first course of action depends on how bad it hurts.
I would say if you're in a lot of pain and you can't bear it, you definitely want to call the eye doctor right away.
In the meantime, she suggests getting thick lubricating drops from the drugstore.
When you use a thick lubricating drop like an artificial tear, you can put that in your eye and it will coat your eye from whatever is irritating it until you are actually seen by an eye doctor. It'll kind of tie you over until then.
If it's more irritating than painful, you may be able to take matters into your own hands.
If you're feeling like, maybe it's not too bad and I can tolerate it for a little bit, sometimes it's good to pull down your lower eyelids like this because eyelashes can sometimes become misdirected. It's called trichiasis. And it means the eyelashes, instead of pointing outward, are pointed inward. And it can scrape up against your cornea and it can really be uncomfortable and painful.
If you can't remove the item in your eye manually and your tears aren't helping, you may need to flush your eye out.
And you can use a sterile solution, and you can kind of pull down your lower eyelid and then you irrigate from inside out, allowing the water to kind of flush it out. Do it with one eye and then you do the same with the other eye.
Dr. Boss says once the item is out, you should have instant relief. If you don't, the object may have scraped the cornea.
It does heal with medicine and proper follow-up.
Typical items that may make their way into your eyes include sand, dirt, and fiber from your clothes. Dr. Boss has seen some not so typical items too.
As far as strangest things, let's see. So probably several different unusual bugs. So I got a spider out of an eye once. Yep. And then a seed that was growing. Really? Yes, it was a seed that had sprouted.
Keeping objects out of your eyes is simple.
Absolutely. So wearing glasses whenever you're doing like weed whacking, for instance, or working on your car, or anything where something might fly up into your eyes, or even if you're a painter, because you can get paint in the eye.
And Dr. Boss says a torn contact lens can merit a trip to the eye doctor. If you feel it in your eye but can't see it, it might have to be removed by the doctor.